Welcome to Chingona Living, the place where chingonas come to regulate, remember, and rise into their poder. I am Anabel Quintanilla, spiritual life and wellness guia. Drink some cafecito with me while we talk about how to stay regulated when your children need to stay regulated because there is stress. Whew. Let me tell you, amiga. Yesterday was a wonderful day. 1 de enero 2026, el primer día del año, y nace mi segunda nieta, Catalea Evelina, a las 3:19 de la tarde. I am using a little frankincense essential oil, tantito aceite de incienso, para inhalarlo, para mantenerme calmada y centrada. Durante esta grabación, I'm going to put some over my third eye and on the base of my neck, on the back. Porque este mensaje es muy importante. Vamos a hablar de energía. Tú sabes que siempre hablamos de energía por aquí. Y más que nada, vamos a hablar de la energía que es importante traer a una situación de alto estrés cuando tus hijos te necesitan. It's very easy for mothers to say like, whatever you need, I'm there. I am there for you through thick and thin. I'll do anything for my kids. Harían cualquier cosa por sus hijos, menos enseñarse a calmar su sistema nervioso para ayudar a calmar el sistema nervioso de sus hijos durante momentos de alto estrés. Yesterday, my daughter gave birth to my second granddaughter. It was a powerful thing to witness that miracle. She did amazing. She did fantastic. Her partner did amazing. He did fantastic. I did amazing. I did fantastic. There was such a calm, I'm going to describe it as best I can. A calm pulsating of energy that I felt through my entire body throughout the entire time. Desde las 5 de la mañana que sonó mi teléfono, mi hija me dijo, Mom, it's time. Great. We're on our way to the hospital. I'll meet you there. Hasta las 9 de la noche que me fui del hospital. So I was there from like 5:45 in the morning to 9 p.m. Granddaughter was born at 3:19. Throughout the entire time, there was this very gentle, even, pulsating energy that I felt. I felt it throughout my entire body. There were no peaks and valleys. There was none of that. In the past, and I know a lot of you, if you have children, can probably relate to your children going through something and you embodying that something that does not belong to you to embody. But we take it on. And we are like this on the inside. And we're tense. And our jaw is tight. And our shoulders are tight. And our fists are tight. Y estamos hecha un pinche nudo por dentro. Así todas emboladas. Porque encarnamos la energía de nuestros hijos. Ellos se sienten de esa manera. Y nosotros pensamos que para poder ayudarlos tenemos que sentir exactamente lo mismo. Y la realidad es lo opuesto. O más bien la realidad es que eso no es lo que nuestros hijos necesitan. That's not what our children need. What our children need during times of stress is our calm and grounded presence. Nuestros hijos necesitan nuestra presencia calmada y centrada. Una energía así, tranquilita, que no sube y baja radicalmente, así se mantiene anivelada. Y eso fue lo que yo sentí durante todo el día ayer. And how did I do that? ¿Cómo lo hice? Lots of divine intervention, intervención divina. Tengo una fe increíble. Ay, pero hablemos un poquitito de la fe. Okay, what I mean by I have a lot of faith. Ooh. The faith is internal. The faith is not, and you've heard me say this, it's not in a God that is up in the sky. The faith is internal. Es una fe interior. No es una fe que le tengo a un Dios que vive en el cielo. No. I have a lot of faith in that everything is happening the way it's supposed to be happening. Otherwise, it would be happening differently. Mi fe está en el que todo está sucediendo como debe de suceder, si no estuviera sucediendo diferentemente. And when you stop fighting with what is, gosh, you just feel like, okay, calm is my home, and here is where I live, and here is from where I can function best. And so yesterday, I'm telling you, my daughter did great, her partner did great, and I did great because I felt like such a rock, like such a fortress of power, like a prophetess of power, un poder super divino. And I would tell my daughter, first of all, I asked her, when you are having a contraction, do you want to be touched? And that question was very important because I don't know what kind of comfort and nurturing she needs from me in the moment. So yo necesitaba su permiso para tocarla y para eso necesitaba saber, ¿quieres que te toque durante una contracción? And she said, no, don't touch me. And I said, okay. Porque a veces cuando un cuerpo físico está pasando por algo y está soltando algo, when a physical body is releasing something, physical touch interrupts that. So we wouldn't touch her, but we were there. We were there. And we were reassuring her, you're doing amazing. You're doing great. You are so strong. You can do this. But not in a cheer, not ever there. Here, así, al centro. And for those of you who are listening to this versus watching this, what I mean by here is I want you to imagine like a heart monitor and an even beep, 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 that kind of very calm energy. I'm going to keep repeating that because it is the best that I can explain. It's the best way to explain it. Years of coaching. Voy a cumplir 10 años como coach transformacional. El 19 de febrero los cumplo. 10 years as a transformational coach. That is something big. That is something worth celebrating. Because the thought that I'm having is I've been changing lives for 10 years. I have been through divine intervention. Y también having been coached multiple times, not only with other actual mentors, but also listening to my own intuition, sitting down with myself and meditating, praying, not to God, white male God in the sky, but praying to a God that is all around and within. Focusing on the energy that I am creating with my thoughts and my emotions. Really asking myself, is this serving me? Is this the energy that best serves me in this moment? Practicing that from the inside out, practicing it with myself and also with my children. Being mindful that energy is infectious. that just like I am affected by other people's energy, if I am like unblocked and I walk in and I am unguarded and there's somebody like, and I engage, ooh, it's like I drank the poison. So being aware that just like energy affects me, being aware that my energy can affect other people around me. And so yesterday, multiple times, I repeated to my daughter, you are safe, you are loved, you are well, you are whole, you are enough, you're doing great. This is good. This is good. And when she would look at me, I knew she was looking beyond me. Her eyes, my eyes, and she was looking beyond me. There was a knowingness in her eyes, in her expression, that I knew that she knew. What did she know? Only a spiritual being will understand what I mean by she knew. That she knew that this was everything. She knew that it was that this was a moment of pure love, that this was a moment of just God consciousness. And it takes a deeply spiritual person to really understand what I mean by that was a moment of true God consciousness. A moment of absolute wellness and wholeness that didn't need to be changed at all. Even though on a physical level, like, I mean, the horror stories, right? Like, oh my God, her epidural didn't work. It didn't work. She needed it. Her physical body needed it, but her spiritual self did not. Because she knew that it was just a passing moment and that there was more to the moment than what her physical body was experiencing. And so it was just a precious, precious moment. And I came home last night and I asked my husband, I said, is it weird? And this was my ego asking, right? Because as a spiritual being, I know that there's nothing weird about it. But I was having a deeply egoic and human moment by asking, is it weird that I don't have this like, oh my God, I don't have that heightened kind of emotion. What I feel in my body is expansion, love, a warmth in my chest and a warmth in my throat and a warmth in my belly. I don't have I don't have that. I haven't had that in a really long time. I haven't had that since I stopped having the opposite. I haven't had that since I stopped having the, oh my God. I haven't had that. There is no moment in my life today that warrants that kind of, and it's not that a moment has to be deserving. Oh my God, no sé cómo explicarlo, but a spiritual being will definitely know this. And it isn't just about taking control of your emotions. That's such a like Tony Robbins dude bro thing to say. It's not about taking control of your emotions. It's about being one with your emotions, and it's about being one with the human experience that is also a deeply spiritual experience. We welcome it all. My right eye is twitching, which means that there's like a download coming. We welcome it all. And at the spiritual level, it is what it is, and it is how it's supposed to be. So there's no, hi, no, there's none of that. There's none of that. On the human level, we know that our ego has these highs and lows, and our ego is trying to control, and our ego is trying to dominate, and our ego is And through transformational coaching, what I have learned and what I teach my clients to do is how to embody our fully spiritual self so that we can transform our egoic self. We don't kill our ego. When we look at our shadow, when we look at our ego, when we look at our inner critic, we do it with the lens of love and compassion so that we can stop judging those parts of us and fully embrace everything that we are. Because as mothers, not just as women, not just as beings, this message is especially for mothers. As mothers, we have such a big obligation, and we are getting it wrong. Estamos fallando como madres, porque como madres nuestro deber va mucho más allá que el ¿quieres sopita? ¿Te hago una sopita? Ay, mija, I'll do the laundry. I will break myself in two for you. When we break ourselves for the sake of our children, we are getting it fucking wrong. Cuando encarnamos el estrés de nuestros hijos, porque pensamos que eso es lo que les va a ayudar a nuestros hijos, cargar eso, estamos fallando como madres. Our children don't need us to carry their burdens. We can't carry their burdens. Our children need us to regulate our fucking nervous system so that we can be a presence of true God consciousness during their life experiences. When our kids come to us with a mom, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Our kids don't need us to be like, oh my God, what is happening? Our kids don't need that. Our kids need us to hear them, see them, hold them, and help them remember that they got it. That this is part of the life experiences that teach us to be who we're truly meant to be, and that all is well. And we can't do that as mothers if we disconnect from our spiritual self and let the ego take over. And remember, the ego wants to control, wants to dominate, wants to, oh my God, you can't, God can't, but I can. Even though we can't. And we break. How do we break? Through self-sacrifice. How do we break? Through self-neglect. How do we break? By ignoring who we are as divine beings and believing that we can do it all. We can't do it all. We're not meant to do it all. This morning, I sent a couple of messages because people are like, oh my God, you must be so tired. And, how are you doing? And I love the questions. I love and appreciate the questions. And my answer is, I'm great. I came home yesterday. I got 9 hours of sleep. I had a delicious breakfast. I am taking care of my physical vessel because only through my wholeness can I give to my daughter who's going to need me physically when she comes home. She's at the hospital right now with her partner and her new baby, surrounded by nurses who are at her disposal, whatever she needs. I don't need to break myself in half to prove that I love her and that I'm a good mother. And that is how we regulate so that we can help our children regulate. I said that this recording is going to be this episode is going to be about staying regulated so that you can help your children stay regulated during times of stress. And it was a whole 21 minutes for me to get to this point that your nervous system matters and that it is your calm, tranquila nervous system is your true gift to your children. Your children don't just need your physical presence. They don't need your broken self. They don't need a burnt out, overwhelmed mother. That's not what your children need. If you love your children and you want to give them the greatest gift, regulate your fucking nervous system. Regulate yourself. Why is that Warren G song, Regulators, in my head right now? Why? Oh, my brain. Ay, Demetria. So, 22 minutos para llegar a este punto. Si quieres regalarles el mejor regalo a tus hijos, regula tu sistema nervioso, amiga. Porque tus hijos necesitan una madre centrada, calmada, tranquila. How do you do that? I'm here to help you with that. Transformational coaching is a powerful tool. My work, which blends neuroscience with spirituality, is a great, great gift to yourself. From Tensa to Tranquila, that podcast is a great eye-opening experience for anybody who what is this thing? What is emotional energy? What is nervous system? What is spirituality? What is all this? It's a great way to start. It's $27 for you to get started on that journey. Let me know if you need the link. I can share that with you. If you don't want to start with any of that, then just sit with yourself in silence for a few seconds at a time, taking a few deep breaths and asking yourself, what does my spirit want from me in this moment? What does spirit want from me in this moment? ¿Qué es lo que mi espíritu quiere de mí en este momento? You can start there. Happy 2026, amiga. May it be the most meaningful, insightful, and peaceful year yet. Te quiero mucho.